Don't buy palm oil. Yeah.
Hello, welcome to Full Bore. I'm Steve Lanchester.
And I'm Archibald Oxfordson.
So lately, as a part of Full Bore, we've been crammed with mail, and it seems as though the general population who watches our films are under 16. And as we all know, that means you can't have a car.
Instead, you have the two-wheeled version, which we call a bike.
So as we all know with bikes, it is very, very hard to pick up a chick.
This is mainly due to the lack of multiple seats.
But it is pretty hard to impress a chick with a bike because they're pretty darn rubbish.
Now break and we'll cut to another shot. I hate that.
Yes.
And we'll cut to a new shot. Yeah. This bike this week has been donated by the Illawarra Rhinoceros Club. It's been shown ridden here today by our tame bike driver, Stanley Lee Bobby. Now, what he will demonstrate to us today is just how rubbish this bike is. See?
He's dead! He's dead!
See? This bike has killed him.
He's dead! Gosh! CPR, mate! CPR!
Dead. And as you know, when you are dead, it is very difficult indeed to pick up chicks. So, not only will we be improving the coolness of this bike, we will be improving its safety, so that you do not end up dead and can then pick up chicks.
After that tragic incident, we moved our bike to our high-tech engineering facility,
where we would bring the bike from its low-class origins into a higher echelon of engineering. This is our vehicle of choice!
It's a Repco Challenger, not to be confused with the Dodge Challenger,
which is superior in many ways.
So we're gonna pimp this to pick up some more chicks on a budget. So we'll be using materials such as the humble cardboard box.
Spray paint.
Yes, make sure you get Australian export to be as cheap as possible.
Stickers, which we got free from our local Woolworths service station.
Good on you, Brad. And gratuitous amounts of masking tape.
And even more gratuitous amounts of duct tape.
Yes, make sure you go to Super Cheap Auto to make it as cheap as possible. The cheaper, the better.
German.
Because the girls won't notice.
They won't recognise how cheap you've been. Just like they don't on date.
Because... How do you know this? Because we'll show you how to do such a good job, they'll be none the wiser. So let's get cracking. Did you see how I did that on camera without failing? Repco Australia is very well known for creating the fantastic Repco Brabham engine and for winning 4 world titles with its single cam 16 valve engine. But apparently none of that brilliance had rubbed off onto our bike. So we were going to change all that using our mangenuity. Immediately, Archibald Oxfordson started modifying the bike by not knowing how to take off the seat.
Oh, I was going the wrong way, no wonder it's not coming off.
Anti-clockwise, mate.
I always thought lefty loosey, righty tighty. But it's the wrong left. I went the wrong left.
The other left. Okay, so Archibald Oxfordson is out there spray painting his seat with some happy blue paint. So what I'm going to do is add some mad awesome kind of covers on each side of the bike, and I'm going to cut them up using this blade. So I can see myself getting seriously hurt here, but let's give it a crack. Oh crap, this came off. Yes. Yes! So I want to get rid of this going down to there, and probably get rid of that. See how professional that looks? That is spelled professional. So this is my professional panel, which goes on the side of the vehicle. It looks very suave, or suave, I don't know, whatever. It's suave, I think. So
Let's just go with however you think it's done.
yes, it's a very professional panel. We'll use this, put it on another bit of cardboard, and then cut around it, so I don't have to measure it out all over again. I'm such a genius.
While Steve was basking in a puddle of his own overinflated ego, I came up with an idea to increase the street credibility of the vehicle.
You ready?
Now, we've just detached this tyre from the bike, and we've decided that black tyres really don't pick up many chicks at all, and white walls are a bit of a cliche, which make you look like a bit of a riot. So we've decided to make red wall tyres. Now what we're going to do is we're going to run some tape around here to stop it getting on the actual tyre, so that this rim, when we put the spray paint on, is the only bit that will be coloured red. We'll see you in about 10 minutes when this is done, and we'll show you the results.
Okay, so a bit of an update on our bike. I've gotten the side panels on, and I must say they look absolutely professionalism. As you can see by the way I've written professional on the side. I think I wrote it wrong. Okay, so I've gotten those on both sides, and they're ready to be painted up in the future. So what we've got over here is Archibald Oxfordson and
A
Stanley.
nameless assistant.
Nameless assistant, also known as they're going to put the red walls on our tyres. So that's going to look absolutely fantastic. Our bike is looking brilliant.
That is a very fast printer.
Can I borrow your blade, please? Oh no! We forgot to change it.
Change, right?
We wrote it. Chiefed as.
It's chiefed. Seriously, you made that mistake. You thought I was stupid.
I was doing it deliberately, and then I was gonna fix it, and now I.
I'm gonna smash you.
Just a second. No, I'll print it again.
No, I think that looks mad.
Chiefed as.
That is mad. Okay, so we were looking at these handlebars and we thought they looked a bit drab. Not to be confused with Mr. Drabsh.
Good bloke.
Yes, he's a good bloke. So we found this
You can
in
sit
my
it.
father's shed.
You can sit it directly in between your handlebars. We can reach down to your almost flappy paddle gearbox while looking at your beautiful speedometer.
And you'll be doing nothing because it's not plugged in.
So the police won't be able to nab you.
Yes, because then you'll go...
I'm sorry, sir, it wasn't working.
Rozzers. So we'll make a time lapse out of that.
Yes.
Okay. We were extremely happy with our new dash cluster because we could now see exactly how fast we weren't going.
At this point in the engineering department, we found something that would add a bit of class to our somewhat class-deficient bike.
So, I've got this Mercedes badge which I found, okay, and we thought it'd be a very good idea to stick it to our bike. And the only way we could think of doing that is with some hot glue. And since we don't have a gun,
Because we're low budget.
we've got this
Gas stove.
Yes. So don't try this at home unless you're very poor. Yes.
Right. Okay, now pass me the Mercedes badge because I know exactly where I'm going to stick it.
Okay, just... Ow! Flaming heck!
Oh, that's probably going to give you cancer when you grow up.
Yes. On my face. After adding the last few modifications of the night, we stepped back to enjoy our awesomeness. Just stand back and look at that for like 5 seconds.
It's beautiful.
It's horrible.
It's beautiful. Shh. We need to give an illusion to the viewers.
Okay.
At this point, we realized how professional we really were and how far we had to go to achieve our goals.
So we took the time to admire our magnificence until we played Halo for about 2 hours. I don't need to do that.
Boom! Ha! Brendan, he's gone, hasn't he?
Yeah. You know those days where you wake up and it feels like your forehead sagged over your eyes, and then you look into the mirror and it actually has? Yeah, this is one of those mornings. But we still had to get cracking on our bike if we wanted to be on time. There was no schedule, but we just felt like it. For dramatic suspense. So we worked on our Repco Challenger all of yesterday afternoon, and have a look at the magnificence we've accomplished.
Now, we had sprayed the seat blue and the handlebars in a Belgian flag patina. However, the paint got on our hands, so we wrapped it in tinfoil. However, our pièce de résistance, and so far the only bit that's worked, is our dash.
Yes. Yes.
And just in a minute, I'll be going outside to spray our soon-to-be red wall tyre.
And I'm going to take the whole bike outside, take these professional panels off, and spray the whole chassis. In matte black. Mad Max style. So let's get cracking.
We've run out.
No.
Oh, that's how you do it. No wonder mine says all that everything.
But it's time for the main event. I'm going to spray this chassis black. Let's get cracking. Now you can't see those stickers at all. Yeah.
This wheel's gonna end up getting covered, isn't it?
Mad Max. Oh yeah.
Actually looks quite good really, it's gone glossy anyway.
We're gonna look at duck's nuts, man.
And you know what? Remember how we said we were improving safety? We are. This isn't going to get rusty anymore. So now...
It's also not very visible on road.
No. We've worsened the safety. After arguing for many hours about the name that would be chosen for the vehicle, we settled upon something that embodied the qualities and values reflected in the essence and soul of the vehicle. And we did this in 4 simple letters. And a word after those letters.
What about the S.W.A.G? The S.W.A.G.
Yes.
It's time for Jeff. It's time for Jeff. Oh yeah. Okay. Jeff would be proud.
Jeff will be proud. That's gonna drip, but whatever, it'll look cool.
Yeah, it'll look modern contemporaryism.
It's dripping.
Modern contemporary surrealism. With a sprinkle of
abstract design.
Surrealism is kind of abstract. Time to peel it off, because we can do that. Yes!
Yes!
Yeah! I'm adding class for under $4. This is the equivalent to a Mercedes S-Class.
Yeah.
We could be out there destroying the environment,
Or destroying someone's garden gnome.
or wrecking somebody's garden gnomes, or spraying...
Or spraying paint on something that's not ours.
Yeah, or drawing sausages on things. But we're having good, clean fun and learning about painting stuff, which may come in handy.
Why?
I don't know. For added speed and awesomosity, I'm going to paint some flames on our professional side panel. And I'm not going to use a stencil because I'm a rebel.
Don't you do the blue, the red and the... Oh, that's actually not too bad.
The morning was hectic as we prepared the bike for its maiden voyage. And in the cloud of paint off spray, the bike was starting to look like something respectable. Something to be proud of. Something to tell our children, tell their children's children's children about what we did when we were children. Well, we're not actually children, but you know what we're talking about.
This looks like it's come straight from the illustrious production factories of West Ballina.
Yep. It's ghetto-fied. That's mad ghetto. We were on the home stretch. We'd painted everything, we'd pre-fitted everything, and it was starting to look sick. There were only a few more modifications which we had left, but before we knew it, we were done. Unfortunately, Archibald Oxfordson has left, but this is the Mercedes Swagmeister GTS Continental Roadster. And although the name has changed slightly, it has kept all of its original magnificence. The Swagmeister is a marvel of human engineering, showcasing the pinnacle of what full-bore technology can do. The most prominent feature on the bike is the rear mount spoiler, which gives more downforce, more grip, and thus more safety. We'll move on to the front fender, which was scientifically designed for better aerodynamic capabilities than the original tyre, which in turn makes the bike go faster. The flames which we added on the side add about 25 kilowatts to the original power of the vehicle. We also painted over the reflectors as to be super stealthy. We knew that Jeff would be very proud of our creations, so we put a stencil of his name on the front of the vehicle to show everyone how Jeff we are. All this comes together to make the best bike in the history of the world. It even comes with its own soundtrack. We also made this epic swag helmet which has paint that matches the vehicle. At Full Bore, we know we've created something special, and in 20 years' time, when every bike is created to these pioneering specifications, you'll know who to thank. Full Bore isn't all about cars or bikes, or those old people gophers or mopeds, but mopeds kind of suck. It's about getting out there, doing something when you're bored, and having a good time with your mates. And this bike embodies all that I said in that previous sentence. Even though you look like a bit of an idiot on the road, it brings smiles to our faces and pretty much anyone else who looks at us and goes, "You're an idiot." But that's all that I care.